Hi friends, welcome back to Traders Open Room, your very own community. A quick disclaimer, we are not SEBI registered and trading involves financial risk. So all the views and charts that are shared here are only for educational purposes and one should always consult their financial advisor before taking any trade because only you and you are responsible for the any profit and loss that you make out of any trades. Okay, now let us quickly go through what happened in Nifty and Bank Nifty on 23rd and try to analyze what is happening. As expected, Nifty gave a gap up opening, which was exactly around the congestion zone, the key level that I have been talking about. That I want to see Nifty above this particular level. So Nifty yesterday gave an opening of if you see that today's yesterday's high was just near very near to the levels that I have been talking about is I want to see a weekly nifty giving a closing of at least 17425 above. Yesterday's nifty's high was 442 point something, and if you go and see in the intraday charts on nifty, we can clearly see that it gave a gap up open yesterday and immediately saw selling pressure from the key levels and was not able to sustain, and immediately no time filled the gap and continued its downward journey and closed almost near to the day's low, which is around 217 or 200 and yeah 226 around 217 around, sorry, yeah, 17 to 17 around, which is again a crucial level. Now the immediate supports for the nifty stands at, the good support stands between, still my levels remains the same, which is 17,000, between 17,050 and 16,950, followed by 16,800. So let us see how things unfold today. Today, being a weekly expiry, we expect to have a very choppy session followed by all global cues, because again the situations have not turned, that in favorable for the global markets. Also the crude price keep on shooting up, which is adding to the pressure to our markets. So let's see how things unfold, but these still the levels on the downside, as I've sold that 17,015, 16,950 and 16,800 are the key zones to watch out for. And on the upside, I still want to see nifty sustain above 17,425 to continue upward move. So let's see how things unfold today. Now in bank nifty also, similar to Nifty, it gave a gap up opening as expected, and immediately in no time there was a selling pressure, which was expected because of crude prices shooting up and dollar index, gaining good momentum. So even the bank nifty was not able to hold up above the levels that I want to look for. As I have been saying that I want to see bank nifty giving a closing above 36 600 650 zones. Only then I will consider bank nifty to continue its bullish trend. And yeah, so bank nifty also, after giving a gap of opening, saw sharp sell off, selling pressure, and eventually filled the gap and closed, all day long. So selling pressure and closed towards the day's low, which is around 36,060 odd levels. So now the immediate first bank support for the bank nifty is at 35,800, and followed by 35,500 and 35,300 levels are the nearest supports for bank nifty, while still the upper band resistance area for me remains the same. I want to see bank nifty sustain above 36,600 650 area, and then only I will consider bank nifty to I will expect bank nifty to continue the upward trend. But as of now, bank nifty is seeing pressure because of higher crude prices and dollar index going up, and overall uncertainty in the international markets. So let us have keep fingers crossed. Also, one more interesting thing we can see in on the daily charts in both Nifty and Bank Nifty. If we see that we are seeing an alternate pattern on the at near the key zones, which is one day bullish, one day green, one day red, one day green, one day red kind of closing we are getting in Nifty, as well as Bank Nifty, both things. Also, I would consider this to be a flag kind of a formation in process as of now. So we need to keep close watch on how things unfold in coming days, because clearly this market is at a very crucial level, and a tough fight is going on between bulls and bears, and both sides are trying their best to drag the markets to their in their favor. So let us see how this gives break. Either this thing gives break out or gives a breakdown. That is the key thing to be looked for. Let me show you in Nifty also. uh, I see similar, it is similarly one day green red, I mean alternate pattern is being formed, and it is almost like a flag kind of a formation is in process near the key area. So this is a crucial time for the markets, and let us see how things unfold. Let's hope for the best and see how things unfold. Yeah, and also if you see, in the option chain, I mean, we try to do analysis using option chain, but even in option chain, like we see in this Nifty and Bank Nifty, that we are having an alternate candle pattern. Similarly, I've observed in the Nifty and Bank Nifty's option chain that it is kind of having an alternate pattern. One day there is all short build up and in the put side, and long build up in the call side, and the next day there is short build up on the reverse on the put side, and long build up on the call side. So the data is changing every alternate day very fast. So that is why markets are trading in a range, and as of now the range seems to be 16,800 to 17,500, and for the Nifty. So breakout in either direction can decide the further trend. So let's see how things are going to unfold. Okay, now a quick update regarding the Kotak. If you remember, I had been telling that there is, I have a strong feeling that there is something going on in Kotak. Some news is expected, and that is the reason why Kotak is not able to move at par with Bank Nifty and perform, as it should be. And, and it has happened so that yesterday, after the market closed, the news has finally come out that a fund house, Canada Pension Fund, is going to sell almost 40 million shares in a block deal. and the deal is going to take place today. So probably that was the reason that is why the Kotak was not moving, in a direction as it should, because the prices had to remain in a certain range for this particular deal. That is what now I'm forced to believe. And so now, once again, if we go back and check, in the history, as I had mentioned, previously, that after the COVID fall, when this Kotak was struggling in this particular zone, here, I'm sorry, here, yeah, in this particular zone, I have also, if you see, I have also a comment here saved, because during this period, Kotak had spent a lot of time in this particular zone, and one fine day there was a news that the stake that the promoter of the bank had to sell for compulsory reasons. Uh, Once the deal was completed, it Kotak just gave a smashing breakout and ran towards its all-time high. And so hopefully we may see similar things, that once this deal is completed today, we may see Kotak Bank's share again performing as it should in a normal way. So let us hope for the best and see how things unfold. Again, that's all for now. And yes, feel free to join our community, which we are trying to make. The link will be there in the YouTube description. And if you have any queries for any particular stock, feel free to ask. We will try our best to help you out. Thank you and have a profitable trading ahead.